In May, I traveled to the Greek island of Crete to hike a part of the E4 trail. I was amazed at how wild and remote the southwestern part of the island is, with only a handful hikers around. First, I walked along the coast and then ventured deep into the imposing mountain range of the White Mountains. At least that was the plan before a storm forced me to change my plans. But see for yourself, lean back and enjoy this truly adventurous hike on Crete. I left the little town Paleochora behind me. I arrived already late with the bus, so I wanted to make some distance. I wanted to go at least 2 hours to my camp spot. I'm a little further out from the town, I don't know, 2 kilometers, and there's nobody here. And I mean, it's really beautiful here. The light at this time of day creates a very special atmosphere. There was no wind, it was warm and calm. A welcome change after the somewhat hectic journey to get here. I settled in, I found a really good spot there. I cannot think of any better place. It's really flat, it's really nice. I'm gonna start cooking here. I have a little spot here where I'm gonna prepare my meal. Well, I'm happy, everything worked out pretty well. I was a little late, but it's perfect timing now. It's getting dark and I arrived here. I'm really looking forward to tomorrow. See you tomorrow. So I slept down there. I slept really good. Perfect place, no wind, very quiet. I woke up just once, which is very rare for me, so I slept really good. My first encounter with the wild and extremely charming Crete goats on Crete. This part of the island is surprisingly fertile, and there's even a spring amidst the beautiful landscape. Upon arriving in Sougia, I treated myself to a typical breakfast. But there was still a long way to go, so I didn't waste any time and continued. Today's hike was physically very demanding, but it was great fun hiking through these varied landscapes. Well, maybe it doesn't look too perfect, but I filtered it and made it drinkable. I'm sitting here relaxed at my camp spot. I found a really nice spot there with view to the ocean and quite a bit up, so really nice. I just ate my dinner. The tour today was spectacular, really nice. There are lots of rocks, sharp rocks, and you have to balance, and your ankle stability has to be good. But if that's the case, then it's a really nice tour. Well, that's pretty much it for me today, and I'm really looking forward to tomorrow, see what tomorrow brings. See you tomorrow. Very nice location. Well, it's really a pleasure to walk here. The first part was still a little tricky. The path got easier and it was really nice. Diverse landscapes, nice trees and shades, and the ocean's a really good, really fun hike here. And in between you had some little towns, just enough to fill up the water supplies and get some snacks, some fruit and stuff. Later I couldn't really find a suitable spot to camp, so I just decided, well, let's take a cheap hotel. I found a cheap room and that's good. I mean, I could charge my batteries, take a shower, wash some clothes. That's it for today. I see you tomorrow. I made it to the entrance of the gorge. It looks gorgeous. Over there you can see a storm is approaching, and I wanted to make it here to the entrance still dry. Reached that goal, so that's good already. And it will rain throughout the day, but from here on it's just uphill all the way to the next camp spot. Pouring down rain.
It had cooled down significantly, and the cold wind forced me to set up my tent and rethink my plan. At that point I was cold, my pants and shoes were wet, and my mood wasn't very good.
So windy. Luckily I found a good spot here behind the wall of this hut. I'm not sure if I really want to continue. The thing is, for my planned camp spot would be 3 hours or something, and even further up, so I don't think that is a good idea. And to go just a little further to maybe find this camp spot doesn't make much sense to me either, so it's probably the best to stay here and then tomorrow do a longer hike. So I just played around with the several options that I have, and I decided to stay here. There's no joking around with those winds in the mountains, so I'm gonna switch my brain now from planning brain to enjoy what you have brain, because I'm still in Crete. It can be also interesting to have a stormy night or a stormy day in a tent. You know, it's a nice area. There are nice trees and nice vegetation that I usually don't have. I have food, so that's what I will do now. I will switch and enjoy what I have, make some food, and enjoy Crete, the stormy Crete.
This day was unpleasant, but also very instructive for me, once again showing that bad weather in the mountains pose a real danger, even if the mountains are on a southern vacation island in Greece.
It seems the storm is coming back, and it's like super rainy now. So that's why I made the decision. I'm just not equipped and prepared for like a hike through the mountains in these conditions, in these extremely stormy conditions. So I will not even try it. I pack my stuff, go down to the coast, and from there I will make a new plan.
Upon reaching the accommodation, I relaxed and came up with a new plan. Since the weather was improving, I decided to attempt the hike through the mountains again the next day.
I am exactly at the point where I turned around yesterday. I am at the second water point, and now I'm going into the Lefka Ori, into the White Mountains. It's still cold and windy, but there's no rain today, and that's doable. So let's go.
I would classify this eastern part of the Lefka Ori as difficult. Firstly, the often pathless terrain requires 100% concentration. Secondly, finding the correct route is sometimes challenging, causing me to progress slower than expected. Just as I underestimated the difficulty level, I was also surprised by the particular beauty of these mountains. I did not expect such overwhelming impressions.
I arrived at my campsite and it's a really beautiful place. I'm really happy that I'm here. I am quite tired. The hike through this terrain is difficult. I'm happy that I'm here now. It's a great place. I hope the wind would be fine. It's kind of protected. So now I'm really looking forward to some food. I'm definitely very happy that I decided to try the mountains anyway, even though they spit me out like 2 days ago or yesterday. It's a spectacular hike. It's not easy, but the landscape here, it's so remote. There's nobody. I met one other person. Rocks, and it's white, and it's just weird. But in a good way, so it's really cool. Tomorrow I will go to Agia Roumeli. I will sleep now and then I see you tomorrow. The night was pretty good. It was very cold though. I'm happy that I have my really warm Senbivy here. It has a comfort rating of 4 degrees Celsius, I think. I had my doubts of packing the warm quilt. I thought maybe a lighter one, a colder one would do also. And now I'm really happy. Of course, for the first 3 days along the coast, this one was too warm. But here in the mountains, it was absolutely perfect. And with the colder one, I would have been definitely too cold. So good choice there. I'm on my way down now to Agia Roumeli. I'm in the Agia gorge. I've got to be careful though because it's very difficult, but we'll see.
The descent was difficult and long, and since I had to catch the last ferry at 5:30 to not miss my return flight the next morning, I was under time pressure. But in the end I made it, bringing this beautiful and adventurous tour on Crete to an end.